Hey everyone, and welcome to The Witcher 1 Lorethrough, episode 14. We are about to have a little chat with this gardener who had his hands on a silver witcher sword, and I had that happen, eh?
This hospital garden demands a caring hand.
You seem to like what you do.
Like it? I love plants and know 'em well. I spent my life dealing in bloodshed. Now's my chance for peace and quiet.
Bloodshed?
It's no point of pride, but I long earned my living as a mercenary. Those times are behind me now, and here I am, content.
Okay, but I am way more interested in silver swords.
I'm more interested in silver swords.
I knew one of you would come by eventually.
You lost it playing dice?
I was sure I'd win. Beware the sharp one plays well.
Where did you get this sword?
5 years ago there was a battle near Brenna. When the dust had settled, our men had beaten the Nilfgaardians. We ceased to call ourselves an imperial province that day.
You captured the sword during the battle?
Yes, it was Witcher Cohen's. A strapping fellow and a rare breed. Not very talkative, mind you.
Like most of us.
I gave my word the sword would find another Witcher. As he lay dying, he mumbled about teeth and destiny. Then he laughed at his own death.
Yet you lost it gambling?
I kept it hidden for 5 years. I lost hope I'd ever run into another Witcher. Miss Shani knew Cohen. She works at the hospital.
Thanks.
Good luck on the path.
Well, new is a pretty big word. Basically, Cohen was a witcher that wintered at Kaer Morhen at one point, and he was good friends with the wolf witchers as well. So Geralt, this wall is so weird to have here. But okay, Witcher Geralt also met Witcher Cohen, and while Cohen was wintering at Kaer Morhen, actually, Ciri was there as well. And this was still sort of in the stages of where Ciri didn't really know what her powers were. She was still a tiny Ciri. She was a tiny Ciri, and everyone was very confused as to her prophesizing, her trances and everything. They brought Triss in to try and figure out what the hell was going on. No one could figure it out. But she did have one session, shall we say, where she was prophesizing, and she was prophesizing about Geralt and about Cohen. What did she prophesize? Well, that they'd both be killed by teeth, basically. That's what he just says, like, haha, something about teeth. They'd both be killed by teeth. And sort of prophesizing that they would die. So I think she also gave them something of a notice of when about it would happen. But yeah, Cohen and Geralt would die by the teeth. And they all sort of laughed at that. Obviously, he's like, ha ha ha, that's weird. What a weird way to die. Teeth, ha ha ha. Just as Cohen, he told Geralt here, just as Cohen said, he was laughing about teeth and things like that. This is what the teeth is, or this is what the teeth are, a pitchfork. The teeth were a pitchfork. The 3 teeth of a pitchfork. Cohen died with a pitchfork through his stomach. Geralt died with a pitchfork through his chest. So they did eventually both die by teeth. Just not the kind that they expected. So poor Cohen, man. Cohen was a good guy. Ciri liked Cohen. I liked him too. It's a pity. Maybe one day in the Gwent campaign we'll be able to play through that. I always felt really, really bad for him. You don't get to know that much about him. Just that he winters there. And that's about it. And that he's a fun guy. And not super talkative, no. Yeah, that's the story of that sword. Can't believe he lost it gambling. Idiot.
I'm here about the notice.
You look like a warrior. Care to kill Equinops for me?
Certainly.
Bring their thorns as proof.
This wall! Certainly. Also, forgot actually, there was something else about Cohen. Cohen actually took part in the Battle of Brenna, which he just talked about, willingly. He was the only Witcher that actually signed up to fight at Brenna, to fight for the kingdoms. Which is interesting, because Triss actually got really mad at Kaer Morhen that the Witchers didn't really want to get involved in the whole political struggle in the Nilfgaard versus the North. And then Cohen actually goes and joins in. He joins in the war, because she's all, you can't stand by, you can't keep being neutral. We died at Sodden. I guess Cohen actually did that thing. So, kind of weird that Triss never says anything about that, but hey.
Look how they grow.
Look how they grow indeed.
Tell me about your mercenary days.
Bring me a morsel to eat and we'll talk.
There's always something in the way when we talk. You can have a strawberry.
Mmm, delicious. Amazing how honest toil can stir the appetite. Thank you, Witcher.
You are so welcome. May I ask for roses in exchange? I think I can actually give Shani's landlord roses and then she'll always leave me in. But I'll ask that next.
You were saying...
During the war, I served as a mercenary under Pretty Kitty herself. You've heard what a warrior she was. What a woman.
Strong women. Nothing on this earth like them.
Too true. We could take on anyone. I saw half the world as a member of Pretty Kitty's corps of mercenaries. We even went to Zerrikania.
That's really far.
It was hell. Hot as an oven, and humid as a bathhouse. We massacred the natives while Zerrikania massacred us. They have flies there that creep up your nose at night and lay eggs. Then the larvae eat your brain and crawl out your eyes once they mature into flies. Disgusting. Many of us died thus. There were also diseases, venomous spiders and snakes, and many other afflictions I can't even name. I even saw a striped horse. After almost 8 months of fighting the jungle, we had to retreat. Impossible to win a war if you can't locate your enemy. It was the only defeat Pretty Kitty ever suffered.
Interesting story. Thanks.
Look how they grow.
Look how they grow, guys. But yeah, Pretty Kitty, or I believe her full name was Julia Abatamarco. I can't ever her name. And she was also at the Battle of Brenna. Her entire mercenary company was the Free Company, and she basically led the company together with Adam Pangrat. He also had a name. Oh yeah, Adieu. We meet him in The Witcher 2, actually. And he also married Pretty Kitty after that. He married Julia Abatamarco. No, we're just gonna call her Pretty Kitty because it's way easier. And they, without them, they would definitely not have actually won the war there. They were paid for with money from Kovir, because the North was actually losing the war against Nilfgaard, until Dijkstra went over to Kovir and he's like, oh, we're losing. That's not cool. And Nilfgaard probably will come for you afterwards. And then Kovir, I won't go too far into that, finds a way basically to give Redania some more money, and they use that money to also buy mercenaries. And those mercenaries turned the tide, because now with this money they had more people to fight. And at the Battle of Brenna, they again were instrumental in actually winning. So, yeah, Pretty Kitty, more than a footnote, shall we say? More than a footnote. It's actually too bad that we never get to see her. I think Pangrat does actually talk about her. I think she's pregnant in The Witcher 2. So that's something. More?
Tell me about your mercenary days.
Bring me a morsel to eat and we'll talk.
You can have a blueberry. Oh, delicious blueberry!
May I ask for roses in exchange?
Any specific colour?
Oh shoot, I don't actually know which one. Red will do.
There you are.
I mean, you don't grow roses here, but still. Look how they grow.
Don't you fear the plague?
My garden brings joy. When Melitelli decides my time has come, I will go happily.
You know, that's
Godspeed.
good. That's a good thing. Now I'm gonna take all your money. Actually, I have to buy your books as well. Oh, you don't sell those books. Why? Yeah, I saved money on that, didn't I? Blueberries cost way less. See, I'm not sure which roses she wants, but eventually when you give her... Actually, we haven't met the woman yet. Never mind. I say nothing. Taking his money now. Be right back. Right, now that I've fleeced him, let's go and have a look in the hospital, for which I should equip my city guard's ring, so I can show to this guy.
No passage.
I'm going inside.
Disease patients inside. I'll not have you spreading the pestilence.
Now that's nice, but look at my ring, peasant. Bow before me. He doesn't even say it, he just telepathically tells me it's now okay to enter. Thanks, dude. And I'm actually wondering if I can already do this. I mean, I should just be allowed to do this already. Hello, Shani. Hold on. One moment, please. If I give it food, it'll give me stuff. That's one Sephira. That's another. I think I actually get all 3, do I? No. Is it not? No, that's all it. Yeah, no, all 3. Okay, there we go.
Have you come to pray to the Great Mother?
I'm not very religious.
Melitele loves even those who go astray.
That's kind of her.
How can I help?
Geralt going, thanks? I think.
Tell me more about your goddess.
Melitele is mother of all living things, the goddess of love, fertility, and healing.
Why does the statue represent 3 figures?
The goddess has 3 faces, symbolizing her different aspects.
What are those?
A young, carefree girl, a mature, pregnant woman, and a hunched old woman.
I see.
How can I help?
What are those? Bye.
I'm so tired.
If you do the neutral path, because you're not going to see this, if you do the neutral path, you can sleep with nuns. I'm not joking. There's 2 nuns that you can sleep with. I always forget to do it as well, so that makes me extra terrible. But yeah, we're going to just talk to Shani instead. Everyone here dies. And everyone's lungs have some kind of curse.
Geralt, you managed to get out of prison.
I did, though it wasn't easy.
I've heard about your deeds.
I see you're working at the hospital.
I'm fighting the plague. No time for chit-chat.
When can we talk?
I've a room in the northern end of town. Stop by after work.
Okay.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
I always feel like this exchange is just the angriest in the entire game. It's like, I've heard about your deeds. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Ah, I don't have time for chit-chat. Oh, when can you stop for work? Ah! And then they just sort of yell at each other until they meet at house, I guess.
I saw guards.
They delivered this badly injured man.
Who injured him?
Guards won't talk to me. He must be important. They want a quick recovery.
I'd like to question this man.
Come back in the evening. The guards might be more talkative, especially with strong drink in hand.
All right, I'll come back later.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
She's also pretty one-note in her answers afterwards.
How can I help?
Your skills are no good here.
Yes, they are.
Shani, I do other things besides kill.
We don't have a cure for the plague yet, but did you know Rusty?
Don't recall.
Before the plague took him, he discovered certain plant extracts retarded the disease's progress.
You need those plants?
Yes, the best one's celandine. Unfortunately, it's only found on swampy ground.
I will try to help. But yeah, real quick, because I made an entire Shani video already, I know that. But Rusty was basically the master surgeon that taught her everything at Brenna. She was already mostly done studying, not entirely, but she was mostly done studying. And she was at Battle of Brenna as a medic. And Rusty was a halfling medic. His name was actually Milo Vanderbeck. He was a halfling medic, and he was also the one that taught her stitch red to red and white to white, and everything will be all right. Oh, yellow to yellow as well, but we always forget that one. But he died in the end, not at the Battle of Brenna. At the Battle of Brenna, he actually stood up to Yavin's Scoia'tael commander that attacked the hospital tent, but he died afterwards of the plague, as she said. Because him and another nurse, Iola the Second, I think that was already, or was that Iola the First? I think it was Iola the Second. They went ahead and tried to help everyone that was afflicted by the plague. And even though people said the plague is very, very contagious and you're gonna die, Milo didn't care and Iola didn't care because they were gonna go where people needed help. So off they went, and then they died. They died there. It's very sad. It's like a footnote in the book as well. Poor guy.
I'll try to help.
Every blossom counts. Bring at least 5 sprouts.
Here's the celandine.
Here's the celandine.
Excellent. I'm really grateful.
How grateful? Anyway, I'd prefer a monster anatomy lesson. I would. But yeah, I already picked these up earlier. So swampy ground my butt.
I'd prefer a monster anatomy lesson.
I can tell
Loudly.
you of Bloodsweakers.
Bloodsweakers. See, I know that she just said Bloodsweakers, but first of all, they say Melitele instead of Melitele, so I pronounce everything differently than they do. So I'm just gonna keep calling them bloedzuigers, because this is literally a word in Dutch, bloedzuigers, which means bloodsuckers. And that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because they're in the swamp all the time and they suck your blood, so I'm pretty sure they're just bloodsuckers. Shani.
Hi, Geralt.
Hi,
Everyone's just-
Shani.
I miss Oxenfurt sometimes.
You could always go back.
No, I'm needed here. Few have your immunity.
I wanted to talk.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
Sudden interruption, but yeah. You're gonna get real tired of the hospital talk after a while because everyone's like, "Ah, my lungs! Some kind of curse!" all the time. My voice is kind of hurting as well, so let's not do that again.
Where are you staying?
I have a room in the northeastern end of Vizima.
Easy to find?
Opposite the house, there's a small square with a sculpture of a snake. Quickly, I need to get back to work.
But we'll just finish the
I
entire
need
thing.
to talk to you.
Can it wait?
Well, I suppose.
Visit me at home. The hospital's no place for personal matters.
We'll bang, okay?
See ya.
Okay, so that's not until night. We can't really deal with them yet. So we're gonna leave now. And we're gonna go... I think we might actually just go to the swamp now. It depends. I haven't talked to Vivaldi yet. No, you know what? No. Actually, no. I'm gonna go and buy books first. Before I do anything else. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get ingredients anyway. And then I think we'll go to the swamp. Pick up as much as we can in one go. And the books are basically in front of Shani's house, so... I will have this. I will have this. Oh, did I not pick it up? No, I will not have this. Peddler Street, where all the things are peddled.
As Ralphanek says, the only good elves are dead elf.
We don't like her.
The elves
rain
are
through
worse.
tomorrow.
I've despised those bastards since my daughter. Let's drink.
Oh, no use talking about it.
She's just standing here talking about her alcoholic tendency and how she hates elves, so... Lady, get out. And this is not a deluge. God, so you don't know what a deluge looks like. What if it hits you in the face? Can I... Thank you?
What do you want?
All your books. All of them.
Wise dwarves are rare.
I rarely see witchers, but still don't stare. Want to see my stock?
Also, what a strange thing to say, Geralt. What a strange thing to say. Here, you can have all of these. For I no longer need them. Yeah, have I read those? Yes, I have. Okay. What have I not read yet? Let's find out. I steal a lot of books, so I should already know most of this. Okay, I don't know this one, but I don't think this one gets me any monster ingredients, so I'll just check the rest first to see if I'm too poor to afford everything. You don't meet a Koshche until much later, so this one's also pretty late. We'll get this just in case. Because I'm not even sure. Yeah, we'll have those. I think we've actually already read most of this. Fenouent, we will need that. We'll get all the minerals. Yeah, this is actually all very useful. It's like they knew. Why not? Okay. Okay. And we'll also sell all of them back as well, straight away. Because that's what we're like. We'll just read his entire catalog. Look at how much money that costs, man. Books are expensive. Books are way too expensive. Okay. And the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure I actually find most of these for free at one point. So, but you know, for completion's sake, I need to get all the things. Do I have all the things? I do not have all the things. Oh, no, I don't have room for that. Here, you can have that back. Okay, now I think I have everything. Wait, what? How did I miss that one? Here, you can have this one back. Now we have everything, right? Okie dokie. I'm turning Geralt into a very, very learned witcher. You're welcome, Geralt. I know you have amnesia, so I'm helping. You know how you get your memory back? In the end of The Witcher 2? It's all these books. I am solely responsible for the return of your memory. You don't have to thank me now. You can do that later by hooking me up with Iorveth. His dwarf's like, how'd you read them so fast? It's been a few seconds. Well, A wise dwarf is rare. And I'm a witcher. Maybe you should have stared at me. Oh, my money is gone. But this is also the most expensive transaction I'll have in the entire game, because I never buy the armor. The armor is like 5k, I think, if you want to buy that, which I don't. And you're just a Herbie. You just okay. Neither of you actually sell anything interesting.
The Escalopian snake. I'd love to meet the fool who associated skin shedding with medicine.
Right. I actually think I need red roses later on for Shani as well. Okay, so we can't actually enter here, I think, until... I don't know if that actually matters. See if it already works.
What's he want? Say something.
Does Shani live here?
Does Shani live here?
Yes. They send you from the hospital? You certainly look ill. Gods are punishing you.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
from the hospital.
I'm from the hospital.
You can go upstairs. Just don't force yourself on the girl.
Okay, we can't give her the thing yet. See, she says different things when you enter. Sometimes she just gets straight up mad. But okay, this means that I can't actually sleep her yet. Because she's really, really dumb and she doesn't realize that Shani isn't home. So, you know, you don't know who I am, lady. You have no idea. You're so vigilant all the time. Except when it matters. I'll take all your alcohol. Just to show you. Actually, I guess this is all Shani's alcohol. Sorry, Shani! I'm taking your stuff. But once you give her... it was either alcohol or flowers. Then she doesn't care anymore. And she's just like, come in, love! We'll go and talk to Vivaldi instead. I think... Actually, Kalkstein also has another job for me. I think he actually already sends me to the tower here. So we'll go and talk to Kalkstein. He's a very interesting character. And who has a bunch of stuff here too. Now, he had stuff I wanted to steal, I know it. I do need Mahakama meat. We'll take these with us as well. Need to save that for Zoltan later. Some dog tallow. I need 3 more. I don't want to kill dogs, it's too sad. I think he also sells books, actually. Gonna go downstairs and check down his laboratory, where I will again steal all of his things. I know he has a book. There we go. That's unfortunate. See, this is it was one of those books that I knew I was gonna find. Here's another dactylo. It's some dactylo! Thanks for the dactylo! I'm just getting all these things now so I can sell it, because I'm poor again. And I don't want to fight Thonar yet. Yes, do want. Sure, why not? I swear he had something better in here. He does give you a good reward at the end, but... I just want your money now, Kalkstein!
Finally, the Witcher Geralt answers my call.
We meet again.
I need your help again.
With what?
A grave matter. Something that could prove a milestone in alchemy. Connected to your profession, too.
Tell me more.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
I will only tell you when you click the correct dialogue option. Until then, I will be lost in thought. Here, you can buy back your own goose fat. You're welcome. Your own saltpeter as well, because I'm shamefully never using these because I'm, well, I guess I'm just a bit lazy with that. Let's see. Okay, I have another stack of... I have so many Barghest skulls. No, we'll just sell these stacks of 10. Forgot how many I had. Okay, so I'm keeping those. Keep those too. You can't have the dog tallow, but you can have these. Okay. Know it, know it, know it. No, I guess you can't teach me anything new. Right on. No, you didn't get lost in thought. You had a job.
You had a job.
Help me fulfill my life's work. A tower stands in the forest swamp near Old Vizima.
A princess up top, dragon below? Thanks, but I'll pass.
Silence, please. Legend says a mage and alchemist built the tower. No princesses or dragons.
So what's my job?
The mage died ages ago, and the tower was forgotten. The power within it attracted and deformed nearby creatures.
In short, it breeds monsters?
Precisely. I want to examine that source, Witcher, and write a dissertation certain to immortalize my name. I'll have access to secrets that have been hidden away in that tower for years. Unfortunately, the tower is locked. I'll pay 1,000 orens to whoever helps me get inside.
'Tis I, the person that will get you inside.
I'll see what I can do, though I'm sure this won't be easy.
Were it easy, I'd not need you. Breaking into a powerful mage's lab is complicated. We must gather detailed information on the tower.
Where do I find it?
In the tales and legends recounted by elders and swamp folk. In old books, too. Recorded wisdom is infinitely more reliable.
Any specific titles in mind?
Ransant Alvaro's The Secret Gates, and an alchemy treatise, Ain Soph Hour. I know a certain dwarf had a copy of The Secret Gates. The second book, written by an anonymous gnome, was lost long ago, and could be hard to find. While you search for these, you can test my newest invention, a crystal that links places of power and my workshop. It will allow you to teleport, disintegrating your being into billions of pieces that travel beyond the time-space curve.
And then it'll reassemble my being in your lab? Sure about this?
There is some chance of error, but it's minuscule.
Minuscule. I always thought that maybe the tower that they made in this game, sort of a callback to the Tower of the Swallow and things like that. But you'll see. The dwarf that he's talking about, actually, that has the certain dwarf that has the book, that's also Wim Vivaldi. So we'll get to him, but we're not done with Kalkstein yet. So we'll get back to everything else in the next episode. Okay, so this tripped me up a little bit because obviously he already said hi to me at the inn. He was like, "Oh, did you see this guy get shot?" And now he's like, "Ooh, you got in as well? Don't be surprised. You already said hi to me." I'm looking for work.
I'm looking for work.